Major new development, Senator Menendez's corruption case. Gold bars found with in that Democrat's home are connected to a separate violent crime. Griff Jenkins has been tracking the story. Griff.
Make this up. Remember those gold bars found in Menendez's home during that FBI raid back in September? Well, turns out Bergen County Court records reveal they have the same serial numbers as the ones reported stolen by one of the businessmen charged with bribing the Democratic New Jersey senator. Now, Fred Daves said he had 22 gold bars stolen from him after his penthouse was broken into back in 2013. He told police this: each gold bar has its own serial number. They're all stamped. You'll never see two stamped the same way. Well, now Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is calling out his fellow Democrat colleague, comparing Menendez to former New York Congressman George Santos.
If you expel somebody like, George Santos, how can you allow somebody like, Senator Menendez remain in the Senate as well, too? Because I promise you that one of the major differences between former Representative Santos and Senator Menendez is $300 million of munitions, with Egypt as well, too. And Santos is never accused of being a foreign agent.
And it gets interesting here, Brian. Fetterman even hired Santos to mock Menendez with this cameo video. Watch.
Hey, Bobby. Look, I don't think I need to tell you, but these people that want to make you get in trouble and want to kick you out and make you run away, you make them put up or shut up. You stand your ground, sir, and don't get bogged down by all the haters out there. Stay strong. Merry Christmas.
Menendez has denied any wrongdoing and is facing up to 45 years in prison on bribery and corruption charges if convicted. Brian?
Unbelievable that they hired him to do a cameo. Thanks so much, Griff. So what action should be taken against Senator Menendez as we wait for him to be to some type of verdict on his career and his criminal status? Let's bring in GOP Senator Joni Ernst. Senator, if Santos has to go, shouldn't Menendez?
Oh, my goodness, Brian, absolutely. I mean, no wonder as we see survey results. Of course, Reagan National Defense Forum just did their annual survey. Confidence and trust in Congress is at a whopping, 5%? And this is why, is because we have such corruption that runs rampant, and yet we have a senator that refuses to step down, even with overwhelming evidence. So, Brian, he's got to go.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, let's talk about what's happening with the Army-Navy game. People want to go visit. They want to go watch. Families want to go see. They need a hotel room, but they can't. You know why? Illegal immigrants put up by the state. How could that stand?
Yeah, absolutely. And I am pressing the administration on this with their horrible, horrible border policies. We need the president to get serious about this. So this is the week that America focuses on what we call America's game. It is the Army-Navy football game. I'm wearing my Beat Navy pin. My daughter is a proud graduate of West Point. But what we see in Boston is because they are a right to shelter state in Massachusetts, illegal immigrants are now being housed in those hotels that were already reserved for the families of those service members, those cadets and midshipmen, and they're getting the boot while the illegal immigrants are being put up in those hotels. So let's treat our veterans right. Let's treat the service members, the midshipmen and cadets right, and make sure that we're closing down on this border policy.
President Trump never missed that game. He would not have allowed that to happen. Next, right. I want to talk about President Zelensky. He's expected to address the U.S. senators during a classified briefing. He's got his chief of staff also walking around on Capitol Hill this week to try to get some aid. Money is running out. We also want to get a package together to get Israel funding in Taiwan, some munitions to defend against a would-be invasion against China. And then we want the border policy changed, asylum rules changed. Senator Schumer's going to put something forward on this. Where do you stand on all four of those things?
I think it is really important that we continue to support munitions, weapons platforms to Ukraine, to Israel. Of course, we need to address the Indo-Pacific. But with all of that being said, we need to make sure that we have significant policy changes at our southern border. This is about national defense. I believe in weapons, not welfare. So let's crack down on some of that humanitarian aid that's going to support teacher pensions, small businesses in Ukraine. Let's make sure we're helping them win the war. But certainly we need to track where those dollars are going. So let's do the right thing. Let's all come together, make sure we're supporting in our own national defense interests.
Yeah, and if Republicans just refuse to fund Ukraine and Russia takes that country, they will be to blame.
Oh.
It'll be like Afghanistan was for Joe Biden.
Absolutely.
Senator, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.